Okay guys, we are at the Goodwill in Winchester, Kentucky. So let's go in and see what they have. Keep in mind guys that our Goodwills here in Kentucky do not have the tag on anything but clothing. You can only get a percentage off of the color of tag for that week on clothing only. That's it. And for this week, the clothing tag is blue, 50% off Monday through Saturday, Sunday 99 cents. I went over to check out their purses. I really didn't see anything. We don't usually get a whole lot of designer purses in this area, but this one was cute, colorful, and it looked like it was sort of new, like somebody had just left it hanging in their closet. And this little denim purse was cute, but I didn't check inside to see how clean it was. I wasn't really interested in picking them up, but just in case you guys might be looking for something, you can run over to the Winchester store. I did see these little wooden craft pieces. They wanted $1.99. I thought those probably just came from Dollar Tree for $1 or $1.25. So I wasn't too impressed with the craft stuff. I do like to go over it. It looks like they don't do seasonal items. It looks like they've got Easter, Christmas, Halloween, all of the different seasons are out here on their shelf. So I take it that when they get this in, it's just coming out here, being worked out. Now these little tags, I use these for my booth when I'm pricing bigger items for my booth. I like to put a very nice tag on it with the price. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick those up. Those were $1.99. They were originally $2.98, and that looked like a Walmart tag on it. Moving over here at the lamps, I like to look at the lamps, but they don't come with the shade. Everything is separate, and I didn't see any shades for lamps at all. So my guess is maybe they weren't very clean. They didn't put them out. But I kept looking at this lamp back here. It looked like it had a cottage look to it. It was painted in a light green with some crystal on it, and I thought it was metal, but the bottom was not metal, just the top portion where the light would go. So, and it was pretty loose, but they only wanted $3.99 without the shade. The next two matching lamps, those are more modern, and those are from Walmart. They want $7.99 each without the shades. But the light bulbs might be worth something. And the next lamp back behind there is a solid brass lamp. That one is very heavy, very thick, and they are wanting $19.99 for it with no shade. So if you were looking for a solid brass lamp right here in Winchester, Goodwill. Now this jar with the little spout on it, I did look this up, and this is a vintage piece. I couldn't find one to match exactly in the stand that's in, but someone had one for sale for about $19.99, and they didn't have a price on that one. I couldn't find one. And then these bowls, I think there's 3 of these bowls. $7.99. It's all marked up on the inside though. This is a Pyrex, and the Pyrex in the capital letters mean it is vintage. If you find the Pyrex that says lowercase, that's items after China had bought the company. And then these sets of redware, I didn't see any chips on them or anything, and they are vintage. And they wanted $3.99, $5.99, and $7.99 separately on those, but the market is flooded with them. They do have the rooster. Cute in the right vintage kitchen. And then this bowl, Oakdale collection. I couldn't find a whole lot of information on this one. I did love the design on that though, but I don't need any mixing bowls. And then this piece here, this had an oriental print, and I thought maybe it had a lid, but when I did a little research, it actually has a duck lid to it. And this Goodwill wanted $7.99 for this. And if you had the full piece, it was selling for about $80. I almost picked up these little Merry Christmas sauce cups. That's what I call them. And they had about 6 of them, but they wanted $1.29 for each individual one. So I thought that was a little pricey. I just thought I would leave them there for somebody else to pick up. And this old cookie jar, this is the information that I found on it. It is an Atlas gingerbread man cookie jar that would sell for $45. This one had some yellow tinting to it though, so I wasn't sure, what was going on there or whether it would clean up, but I just left that on the shelf for somebody else. Some of you guys may not know that we run a vendor's booth down in Danville, Kentucky, and when I am out yard selling, this is exactly why I pick these platters up. Goodwill here wants $34.99 for this turkey platter. It's beautiful though, it is beautiful. I love it. I didn't even check to see if there was any cracks. It must not have any cracks or any problems at that price. Someone must have cleaned out their cabinet. Here is some made in Japan vintage dishes. I don't know the print. If you know, let me know in the comment. But that is a whole set of the vintage dishes, and I didn't see a whole lot of chips to it. It looked like a very nice set. And then I spotted these plates. They look like they were hand painted, and it's in such a bright yellow. There's no markings on the bottom, but they want it $6.99 for 8 plates. $6.99 for the whole. That's pretty color. That'd be pretty on an autumn table. Home Trends. I'm not sure what Home Trends is. There's the bigger plates and the smaller plates. Look at this bowl down here. This looks, it's got chips on it. $4.99. I think it's vintage, but what are these? Be cute with the dessert served in it. I did rummage through some of the wall art, but I really didn't see anything that stood out to me. Too much gold on that for me. $8.99. I do tend to see a lot of horses. We are in the horse capital of the world here in Kentucky. Even seen beautiful horse farms on the way over here to Winchester today. Nice, look at this. I pulled this frame out for all the detail. I didn't like what was in the picture. It was like this 3D, creepy kind of scene. But this frame was just so heavy and thick. And they wanted $7.99 for it. But maybe I should have picked that up and put it in the booth. These I had wondered if somebody actually made them on their lathe, or whether they were made in another country. Very lightweight wood. And I'm always looking for flower planters. Flower pots are so expensive anymore. This one didn't have any chip. It was very cute. I thought it looked great in my she shed. In my potting shed coming up soon. But I have so many. I think I'm going to wait and see what I need. This adorable little sewing machine was just too cute. And it actually works as a real machine. Now, it didn't have the plugs to it, but I thought I've been redoing my sewing room, decorating it, and I thought, how cute would that be sitting on a shelf in there? So, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. Do I want that for my sewing room?
Yes.
It's cute, isn't it? $7.99. It's a solar. It's cute. $7.99. A little bit too much. All our baskets. It's $4.99. $5 for the basket. How cute is this? Doesn't that look cute in my she shed? Oh my. In the cart it goes. I found out that these little lampshades were from Temu. You get a set of 6 or 8 for $38. I'm going to go ahead and pick those up. They're big sellers. Any lampshade, that material is a big seller down in the booth. They didn't have much in the way of furniture, but this little piece here, they wanted $11.99. It had some water damage on the top, but I think that the wicker woven baskets alone would have been worth the $12. But if someone would want a little bit of a project to put a solid wood piece on the top of this, it would be an adorable piece of furniture for just $12. I think it's cute, but I don't need another project, and my husband doesn't either, so I'm just going to leave this behind. This metal candle holder here, it's a primitive style, and I've never seen anything like it. It holds a candleberry candle, or it would hold a Yankee candle also. They wanted $25 for this. The candle alone is worth $25. But I don't do primitive anymore, but how cute is that? And then this chair, mid-century modern style, but it had a big stain on it. It could be cleaned up, but I don't know. This sign looked like it was something from Hobby Lobby, the Harvest sign. They wanted $5.99 for it. I don't think it's safe to be outdoors. If the rain got it, it would ruin it. So, I don't know if it would have been something that I could have sold in the booth, but probably not more than the $6. I wanted to go over and check out the linen, just to see if I'm seeing anything vintage. I do like to try to find some nice, clean sheets, solid sheets, or it doesn't have to be solid, it could be printed to be used for a back of a quilt. And I did find this one from Pottery Barn. It was like an off-white, I guess you would call it. Since it had a blue tag, instead of $1.99, I would pay 99 cents for it. So I'm going to take this home, throw it in the washer, and see how it cleans up. When I did a walkthrough, back behind this glass jar was this beautiful stoneware vase. picture, and I don't know, it looked like somebody was hiding it. They wanted $14.99 for that, and when I went to look them up, they're $14.99 at Target. So I don't know, Goodwill. I think you're mixed up on that one, but I thought long and hard, but I'm not going to bring it home when I can go buy a new one for the same price. Here's what I'm picking up. I picked up the sheet, the 2 little wicker lamp shades, the little sewing machine, and the tags. And I did pick up the little metal vase that I want to put in my she shed later on this summer. I just thought this was cute and adorable for $1.59. Okay, everyone, I'm just going to go over a little bit of a booth reset. I'm not going to go through the whole process, but I just wanted to let you know that most of our items that we get don't actually come from Goodwill. Occasionally, I'll find 1 or 2 items that will work in the booth that I can make a little profit, but most of the items come from yard sales and garage sales, neighborhood sales throughout the spring and summer and all the way into the fall. My garage gets filled up so that we have enough items, but it is a wreck. It's full right now, and we need to unload it before the new season. Here is how my booth has turned out for this week. We try to go down once a week and take care of it and move things around and take new items just to keep it going. And this is what it looks like this week. Okay, guys, that is it. See you in the next video.